Good afternoon, class. Happy Sunday. This week's discussions and readings relate to the legal rights and responsibilities of employers as to employee misconduct, behavior, and liability claims. And we were asked to provide an example of potentially inappropriate behavior and what should have been done or what could be done to avoid a liability claim. And the example that I'm going to use is a nearby recent situation with a university near us where a professor, a tenured professor there, under the umbrella of academic freedom and free speech, was blogging and posting on social media about the Sandy Hook tragedy. This professor is known as the Sandy Hook Truther. So he was posting all over social media in his blog that the whole Sandy Hook tragedy was a fabricated hoax by gun control advocates in order to encourage, obviously gun control, et cetera, et cetera. He claimed that everything was a hoax, that the town benefited from it, and that the parents were all faking it or actors or something. He went as far as asking for proof of death from one of the parents, one of the families, and when they didn't, when they refused to provide him with that, he went forward. He continued to say that it was because this was a hoax, et cetera, et cetera. So the family wrote, and it was a big obviously, uproar amongst many people. The parents asked the university to terminate him. The university terminated him under the reason of not filing for outside activities. So most universities, most public institutions, you have to file what your outside activities are. So because he had not filed an outside activities report for his blog and his his website and all the things he was doing out on the side, so they terminated him. The faculty member is now suing the university. He asked for representation from the UFF, the United Faculty of Florida, which is the collective bargaining, union with the collective bargaining agreement on the faculty. And apparently now the UFF is no longer representing him because apparently he was not following their advice. But he has continued on with the litigation against the university for wrongful termination, not following due process, and violating his rights to free speech and academic freedom. So this is a very interesting case. I believe the university may have not handled it as well as they should have because the outside activities reason may not have been a strong enough reason. Some of the things that he did really did exceed his role as a public servant at the university, and really was a disruptive display of free speech, and so maybe they could have handled it a little bit differently. But it'll be interesting how this case works itself out. And I've included some links below for the articles, recent articles about it if you want to know more. Have a great afternoon. Sorry for going over. Thanks. Bye.